Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hello, test, test. Okay. Yes. Haha. Hey there. What are you doing, RQR? Um, welcome to the stream. Trying to put the Wednesdays at least as a de facto day for another stream. Uh, I was gonna do Pokemon Infinite Fusion, but without Gabe or Taco here, I'd rather save that for when they're here, just because of the extra silliness that comes with the commentary of the fusion. So I'm just gonna do some more Metroid X Fusion, so I can get a little bit more tilted at the fact of the lack of my skill issues and stuff. Is this Leezer enjoyer? I just like Leezer. I think she's sweet. Uh, but yeah, trying to put Wednesdays at least as like the other day in the week that I stream. Uh, Silk Song showed me that X Fusion ain't that bad. Oh boy, I don't know how much of I don't know how much of a compliment that is, but then again, I never really played Hollow Knight, or more so like I never really finished or got too far in it. And I wouldn't say that it's because I disliked the game. More so because it's like an amalgamation of things, and between them is the onboarding, I guess, of the game, as that way calls it. And by the time I got it, there was other Metroidvanias like Blasphemous One and fucking what was it called, Guacamelee 2 that I had gotten and then didn't play, and like I went to play those and then I forgot. But I'm due to try and give Hollow Knight like a third or fourth chance to see if it finally clicks with me. I'm more interested, I guess, is on the lore and the world than the gameplay, because at least when I play these type of games, it's usually more about like the exploration and less about combat. Oh my goodness, I love it when skissues ruin my life. I mean, what? What? Thank you, Midnight. Really appreciate it. Uh, but I'm just setting up the game over here. There we are. All right, let me sure it's on the stream. Leezer. Yes, look, it's Leezer. 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 Lizard. 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 Gosh. Stop saying that, because if not, I'm just gonna load up 14 instead. It's not really helping with a brain rot midnight. Oh my Shaylee. I Thanks for understanding the reference that I could not speak. Midnight, I have leisure brain, okay? Like, of course I'm gonna it's not like Crocus does the same meme to tell me if I want to play 14. He finished Heavensward the other day, the award winning Heavens Award. All right, so I got the mod here, ready for the direct on Friday. Not really. I don't know how ready I can be. Uh, I guess it's that just because like when I don't have the latest Nintendo system and I don't have a means of getting the latest Nintendo system, I get a little bit less excited over a Nintendo Direct when I'm gonna see games that I just won't be able to play, you know? But I'll still be excited for like I guess if they show Metroid Prime 4. If they don't, then I'm also completely fine, because like I mentioned before, my biggest fear is that they release Prime 4, and aside from it being kind of mid, is that it gets sandwiched between two other releases, it doesn't sell, and then we didn't learn our lessons from Primes 2 and 3. Croco at least likes Dizzy, which is arguably better. Wow. Okay, Mewtwo. All right. Damn. All right. Damn. I'll be sitting in my cubicle. So like, if you were to ask me, given just like the fact that Pokemon Legends ZA is about to come out, and then a month or two from now, is Kirby's Air Riders, and then after that is like the you know Christmas holidays, and Nintendo hasn't really released a December game in several years. And like, all right, whoever didn't buy a Switch 2 now will probably wait until like Christmas, and then they'll buy Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Pokemon, or upgrading their Switch 1 games or some other shit like that, and then like uh Metroid doesn't get this doesn't sell because the other ones I'm 10% hype for ZA, considering it's me. That's saying something. Yeah, I was about to say that, one thing is coming from me, quote unquote Pokemon fan, versus you, but like, I'm excited to see the Nintendo Direct just to see if they actually put out something that makes me want to actually consider dropping $450. But aside from that, I think I can only get so excited when, you know, as new systems come out and new things and they kind of like start, shifting away from the original Switch. Um, Mega Malamar. Remind me which one was Malamar? There's so many Pokemons in such a small amount of time that like after 5, like everybody became like sort of like an amalgamation of each other, just giving that with Dexit and all that other stuff, they don't show up in every other Pokemon game and whatever. The one that evolves while holding the console upside down, evil squid. Topsy turvy squid. Gosh, hold on. I'm very my rock is deeper than I thought. Malamar. That doesn't ring any bells, Pokemon. Oh my gosh, this fucking thing. Oh my gosh, this Mega Evolution actually looks genuinely ass. I'm not even gonna lie. Why is it like just a noodle? Oh my goodness. He looks like Mega Mind. All right, I think if you said that it looks like Mega Mind, I would have like now that I look at it, I do remember Malamar. I never had one in game. So I didn't know you had to evolve it by putting the DS upside down or the console. That's actually pretty fun. I'm not gonna. That actually sounds like a very fun, creative way of making a Pokemon evolve, even though it's convoluted as fuck. No bitches type shit. Look at the Pokemon chat. I haven't been on Discord, unlike the Discord chats in a while, so I have several pings and several ads that I need to answer later. Oh my gosh. I don't really like is what I don't like about this Megamind looking on is like when I see the regular Pokemon, like the regular Malamar, right? I feel like it's like a design that has like a strong silhouette. And it really like has some more personalities. This one just seems like somebody grabbed the grid warp and then like stretched the Pokemon and removed all of its meat. Just seeing all the Mega Man memes and all the pizza memes. Uh, oh my gosh. Yeah, like my issue with some, if not, I guess now most Mega Evolution Pokemons that have been out since like the concept was introduced, it's like I don't really like the Megas more than the classic designs because I feel like if there's something that Game Freak is, despite all the shortcomings and all the shit that I've been whining and complaining about, they still know how to make interesting and captivating creatures and NPCs with an asterisk at the end because I do feel like some of the ones in Scarlet and Violet at least are not as strong. Like I think you got cool ones like Perrin and Iono and what's his name, Larry, Nemona. But then you got like the champion, like Squid Game. But probably only a few megas. I like more than main forms. Yeah, last time I was like in New York midnight and I went to the Pokemon section. I was more compelled to buy like the regular Pokemon merch than the Mega Pokemon merch. It's just what I tried to say. And I don't think it's nostalgia based because it's not even like they didn't have Pokemons from like when I was a kid or something like that. Like I look at Swampert, I look at Mega Swampert, I look at Sceptile, I look at Mega Sceptile. I look at Malamar, I look at Mega Malamar. Um, and I just feel like these Mega Pokemons are, I don't know, like they don't really feel like a progression of the original form. Which I at least could see that with the ones they introduced in Gen 6 with like Tyranitar and Aggron and Garchomp and um what have you. Like they actually feel like all right, it's a progression. My stances on Mega Evolutions are still there, where I would just rather those be like a regional variant, kind of like what they did with Pokemon Legends Arceus, where like, all right, this is Typhlosion from this other region, rather than like, oh, that would have been Mega Typhlosion in any other Gen 6 game. I agree. I would rather have them their main form, but some of them, like a small number, I think they look like a natural progression that looks cool, like Houndoom. Yeah, I think like Gen 6, vanilla Gen 6 Mega Evolutions did capture that, and I think that's why they were so popular. But I still think like I would rather have Mega Houndoom be like a Alolan Houndoom. So that way it can just look like that all the time, and I can still have the regular Houndoom if I don't like the new one. Kind of like how I can have two Sandslashes. All right. Anyways, back to skill issue Metroid X Fusion stream. We can still talk about Pokemon and stuff. Sometimes I can still hear her voice with Hoenn, yeah. I will say this, if in like the Nintendo Direct that's this Friday, they don't release Metroid Prime 4 release date, the only way I can see them release this game at this point is like Spooktober. But even then, like, it really makes me question the marketing of things, because like I feel like part of the reason Dread was successful is because it came out when there was no competition, but because they also had announced its release date farther ahead, there was a reason for people to start generating that hype and telling other people to go get it, versus that, it's mid-September and you're gonna just give us a month, not to mention sandwiching it between Pokemon, which is just gonna sell like hotcakes, and Kirby, which is massive hero soccer guy game. If it's not like delayed to next year, I might be a little bit concerned on at least the sales department. And I think that at this point, the sales kind of matters because that's what Nintendo kind of cares about. I don't want midnight. December would also be sketchy. December would also be sketchy, for the same reasons. Like I said, in December is a time where parents are gonna buy their kids their Switch 2s, and then what are all those new Switch 2 adopters gonna buy? Either Pokemon, Kirby, Donkey Kong, or Mario Kart, because those are way more appealing and they sell way more than Metroid Prime 4. The holiday season don't really help with selling products that much. That's part of the reason, like, in the past couple of years, Nintendo has released their big Nintendo game on November or October, just so, like, there's not something also competing on the holiday season, and there's enough time for people to just buy whatever, If you just release it on December, out of the blue, then, like, you're competing with the fact that this game, in, like, our new day and age, has to compete with selling over the rest. That for that purpose, you might as well just delay to February, because nobody also buys anything on January, because they all spend money on December for Christmas and shit, and New Year's and vacations and whatever. So, like, from a marketing standpoint, that's why we don't really see Nintendo releasing games on December no more. which is just good. Albert, give us stream intro with some Metro music, bro. This dark foreboding music is so good. Yeah, Fusion, man. I think people, when we talk about like Metroid soundtracks in general and games in general, I think Fusion really doesn't get as much appreciation as it should by just like, it's the creepiest in my opinion. But I know that they have a 2025 date, so I don't know if they'll change this closer to the end of the year. Midnight, they had the same thing happen with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, where it's like this year, and then it's next year, and then the next year. But they showed it on this direct this year. No, Nintendo still delayed it. Like, yeah, yes, Midnight, Tears of the Kingdom was like supposed to come out a year or two before the year it actually came out. If you go look back at the trailers. Same with Breath of the Wild. Same with several other Nintendo games. Like, that's why they only give you a year and not an actual release date, because they're just trying to see if it can come out that year. But if it's not good because either the game needs more time or sales, then they just change it. Like, Midnight, you can have the memory of a fish, but it's also just like, I guess, common marketing sense. If you release the game on December, then Metroid Prime 4 is not just competing with everything else that's on the Switch too, but everything else that's been released that year because people are just catching up for holiday gifts, you know? That part of the reason Metroid Dread sold so well, and part of the reason Metroid Prime Remaster sold so well, is because there was nothing competing with them. And they released it at a point where it was just like the center of attention. Right now, the centers of attentions are new Pokemon because Pokemon and new Kirby because it's new Kirby Air Riders made by Massive Hero Soccer Guy, which you used to push the system when you announced the system. When the Switch 2 Direct came out and they unveiled the system, Metroid Prime 4 was nowhere to be seen. So there's more people who associate the Switch 2 with Donkey Kong Bonanza, Mario Kart World, Pokemon Legends EA, and Kirby than Metroid Prime 4. But, you know, we'll see on Friday. I'm just saying that if the game is delayed, do not be surprised. And by all means, please do not go make it a big deal on social media like it was with Silk Song. Okay, yeah, so I'm trying to remember. I think we were exploring Sector 4 because I just defeated Nightmare last stream. Estrus Skunger plays X-Fusion. I don't know what that word means. Complaining about it just feels over the top. I just think that, like, it's sadly, like, something I can't control and all this other stuff, and I'm not. Skong is what people have been abbreviated as Silk Song. Oh, okay, thanks for letting me know, because that word has a completely different meaning where I'm from, and I'm not gonna say it. So, I've seen the things. So, I can't wait to tell Croco. Oh, I know he's gonna have a field day for that. But what I was gonna say is, like, it's really detracted me from, like, interacting on the social medias for Metroid communities and stuff as I used to, just because it's kind of like the one-trick pony that we've had, and it kind of just gets annoying and stuff like that. No puede ser que se están llamando así. Yeah, Metroid fans got pissed over the Kirby Direct. That was just clown. That was just clown foolery, if you ask me. Like, I hate on. I just, like, come on, really? Like, I remember seeing it, whereas, like, it was people saying, like, I'm gonna boycott this because of Metroid Prime 4. I'm like, what? What does one game have to do with the other? Why does one game getting a direct means that you what? I don't know, like, I feel like people on the internet and Metroid fans and stuff like that are just blowing it out of proportions. Look at me now, just lose 2,000 subscribers. to a giant YouTube channel, that would mean nothing. But to me, that basically it would be like suicidal. People are pissed because we had so much more info on Prime 4 than Kirby. And we got the Kirby release date before Prime. Not agreeing yet. I know you guys are just relaying the information because I have no interest in the franchise. Well, that's a whole different thing. You're not boycotting the game at that point. You're just not interested in it. Oh my gosh, it's a speed booster secret. Like, I just find that silly, because I like the fact that I don't know anything about Prime 4. Am I the only one? I'm assuming I can shine ball spark in this game. Or not? Can you... Akiwari, you seem like someone who from the other streams that knows a lot about this game. Can I ball spark? I'm assuming I must be able to, given that there's a ledge. I like how they haven't giving us like super large amounts of info. Not gonna lie, I can wait longer since I have a long backlog. Okay, so I'm just sucking at ball sparking because because it's Super Metroid. Alright, but how do I ball spark? You'll see in like about 1 or 2 hours? Oh, okay. So it's like, is it a different ability? Can I do it now? I just don't want to be... I don't want to be wasting my time if I can't do this right now. I'd rather you just tell me. Yeah, I can do that right now, or yeah, I need to wait and get another power-up for it.
What up, nerd?
What up, Gabe?
What
Does
up?
Elma still has my lister paycheck? Oh, different ability? Okay, thanks for letting me know, Akiwar. Let's not waste time, man. But yeah, I mean, I just find it silly that people were like boycotting Kirby because it's getting a direct information about it rather than Prime 4. Like, Kirby's not even made by the same. It's not being even made by the same team. It's not even made by Nintendo.
It's Bandai Namco and HAL Lab. It's like the whole thing with AAA and indie saying boycott Silksong because it's...
Oh no, this is sillier. This is sillier. This is Metroid fans saying boycott Kirby Air Rider Direct because we still don't know anything about Prime 4.
It's stupid what's happening. I love this industry.
Adults
I honestly
acting
love
like
this industry so much.
Adults acting like children, says Spawn. You're not wrong, I guess. Like, they don't correlate. The fact that one of these games is just farther ahead in development does not mean anything. Plus, what kind of message are you going to be sending to Nintendo if, like, you're boycott? And I have been with kids who act better than this. So many people are terminally online, it's not fun anymore. Yeah, the Silksong stuff also didn't make sense to me. Yeah, I mean, the Silksong is just different. It's just, the way I see it is just AAA developers crying and whining that this indie dollar is selling way more than their games, and it's only asking for $20, and it's setting a new precedent for what people should be expecting their games to be in terms of quality and price.
And it's also indie developers complaining that they announced and released Silksong in 2 weeks after 6 years of waiting.
That one I just doesn't make much sense to me. Like, the game is just ready.
Basically, your game that everybody's waiting for is ruining my release of my game.
Well, just delay yours, man. I'm sorry. Like, it does suck. I'm not gonna, like, I can empathize with, like, the indie developer who doesn't have the same amount of exposure that Hollow Knight Silksong has. Getting their game that they were planning for absolutely decimated and like, overshadowed by Silksong. But, I think the best thing that you can do is just piggyback on, like, Silksong's success to just get people to look at your game, you know? Or its release in this case. But, a game should be complete when you get it. And affordable. Yes. If a game that's $20 and it's made by, like, an indie team is outselling and outperforming your AAA mega conglomerate game, then I think you just need to look inside, man. Stop. It sounds like a skill issue. I kind of wish that the power bombs worked like Metroid Fusion, that it just reveals the blocks. You know? Mostly because in my muscle memory, this being a more of a Metroid Fusion mod of sorts. I know it's running off a Super Metroid engine, but like it's trying to emulate Metroid Fusion. That's a mechanic that's from Metroid Fusion's DNA. So that way, it's one of the things I loved about Fusion because it prevents this whole
I gotta place bombs everywhere to see every block that I can break and try to find place that I can go. Hello, my name is Jack Cat. I really like Metro. Yes. I also like Lazy.
and playable. Of course, and playable. Let's not forget about that. I like playing a couple rounds here and there, but Mario Kart World really is lacking content. There's also a lot of super elements. In this mod. I was like somewhat excited for Mario Kart World until I saw the Direct. I'm not gonna lie. Because like when they showed the Direct, I had thought that like, oh okay, Nintendo. I did not expect that from the Nintendo IPs to succumb to the open world extravaganza RPG OMG MMORPG. It was gonna be Mario Kart. So I had thought that like that would have been a like, all right, the open world and the open world mode is so that you can go and do all these tricks and whatever and challenges to unlock the different cars or characters, and that way you're kind of emulating an MMO type vibe, that if you're racing and you see someone with like the all-terrain Donkey Kong skin, you're going like, oh my gosh, that's a guy who was able to do this hard challenge in Mario Kart. Now you get to flex the skin and whatever. But no.
The open world is just an afterthought.
Yeah, it's just a gimmick.
Like it doesn't. I don't mind it because it's not even a forced part of the game. It's just like a mode, and that's it.
I mind it because a lot of the intermission tracks are considered actual tracks, and they're just straight lines that, like, seem from Mario Kart Tour, but I digress. Like, if the outrage is about setting the precedent that games should be complete and affordable upon release, then we should upset people more. I had this typed out and then got sidetracked by work. Don't worry, Midnight. But yeah, it should totally be, like, the issue there should be like, wow, maybe we just should make games that people want to buy because they're finished and they look fun.
Yep.
Alright. This boss, I really don't have any idea what it is. So far, there's only been like one boss that's original to the mod that I fought, so I'm pretty excited to see what's in store. Is it Dragon?
I don't know, is it Dragon?
I don't know. Oh, it is!
The little guy that...
It's not just Dragon, it's Meta X Dragon. What the fuck? They're really good intermissions, but like 20 or 30% are straightish. Yeah, but here's the thing. Before I go die to Dragon, the issue I have with it is that I'm lowering the volume in the game. The intermissions are there for like there's no like regular Grand Prix and Grand Prix with intermissions like I thought there were gonna be before the game came out. It's like, all right, you can fuck around in the open world, you can do the intermission world Grand Prix and then a regular Mario Kart, and you're just playing the regular Mario Kart tracks Grand Prix. And the fact that the intermission, it's not like that because the intermissions are part of the original track list. Like, if it were Mario Kart 8, like, there would be half of those or so, they're just straight lines. This guy says, oh, this
is a new course.
Yeah, so, like, it's not like, all right, there's the regular amount of tracks you expect from a Mario Kart game, plus these intermission tracks that go from one place to another, so that way you have, like, different modes. Because I've seen those that there's like one that's just like a straight line and you're just jet skiing on a straight line.
Yep.
Gosh. Alright, let's go skill issue. Oh my gosh.
You wanna know my main
gosh.
issue with Mario Kart World is? The
What?
UI. It's atrocious. Because the worst part is like the skins that you unlock, those are not skins, those are characters.
Yeah, I know. We were talking about it. Am I even dealing damage to it?
I don't know, are you?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. Seems to have like a barrier. Oh, wow.
Yep, you're breaking the barrier at least. Kind of
Am
looks
I?
like you are.
This cat.
A little bit. Yeah, do you see how there's like a face that is no longer there?
No. Looks like you have to time it. Yeah, I'm thinking that, but
It's...
I don't get.
No, you don't
like,
have to. You're breaking it.
I don't feel any like feedback to know whether or not I'm doing
Yeah.
this right.
There's no feedback on what you're doing that is making it right, but the force field is it's smaller now.
Think of the Deli Room boss when you have to attack the sides. Yeah, that's kind of what's going over my mind, but there's no like feedback on when if it actually deals damage or am I just wasting my ammo on the barrier.
The green glow is kind of like overshadowing the hit confirm, and it's hard to tell.
Like normally like there'll be some form of like the enemy shakes or it does like a sound effect. I'm here to help if it's needed. Thanks, Akiware. Appreciate it. I'm just trying to see if I'm actually doing anything. Oh, okay, I see. I guess I gotta weaken the barrier by overloading it, and
Told you.
then I can start dealing damage.
But it takes so long.
Well, I think I can just mash the regular beam. I don't need to use missiles.
Now he has a different kind of shield.
Alright, so break the shield, aim at the red spots, hope for the best.
Yep.
Cool concept. Cool sprite. I just think that because I also fought Meta Crocomire X earlier, it kind of deflates the appeal of Drygon, where I think I would have just liked to see a regular Drygon, like an X Drygon rather than Meta X Drygon, if that makes any sense. Because they're both returning Metroid bosses that I haven't come back, and they're both getting the same Meta Ridley sort of treatment. So if it were just one or the other, I think I'd be more... Right, he's got the barrier back up. Unlike in Dret, where he chills in a tank. Who chills in a tank? Drygon wasn't in Dret, though. Or Crocomire. Or are we just talking about Craig?
I think Kraid.
Maybe. But you're not Craig.
I am not Kraid. I'm Craig.
That's still my dad's favorite joke in the videos, by the way.
The different color Kraid.
Yeah.
And because every single time I always call it Craig and you never corrected me until the time for that video.
Yeah, I know, that's... That and because you voice him. he knows who you are. Nah, the mystery shrimp creature that is in Dayron. I don't really remember right now. So I think I can only hit him in the reds on the red prosthetics.
Maybe you can hit him on maybe the green turn red after
His head,
you kill the red?
I think that the head is just indicating how much health he's kind of have, which is very uncommon with Metroid enemies, but the only places that are flashing when the missiles connect are the red, like, laser prosthetics. Or so I think. Well,
By the way, is Midnight still in the chat? I have
I
a
don't
question
know.
for Midnight.
It is the second blackout area where you activate the power. It freezes over. Oh, I guess it's just Midnight is asking what.
How you increase your health in Silksong?
You find an energy tank. Mask shards.
Mask. Oh.
These enemies have so much health, man. It takes a ludicrous amount of time to increase the health in any Hollow Knight early game. They really want you to be and play perfect.
I don't like that.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
I understand the appeal, but it's not my cup of tea. The perfectionist.
Especially
go.
when bosses kill you in 2 hits.
Yeah. Here we go. That wasn't so bad. It just felt more like a cluster truck. It's really Souls-like plus Metroidvania. Yeah, it's
not even Souls-like.
Yeah, I mean, the
It's
Souls.
very.
I think the Souls-like is just because of we associate a difficult game that if you die you have to go back and recollect your souls as Souls-like, but.
Yeah, that's the part that is very Souls-like, but the difficulty is not really Souls-like. I think this is more unique to Silksong. Because in even Elden Ring, Dark Souls, Demon Souls, you can increase your health at the start of the game.
Yeah, that is true. Most Souls-like games give you an option to like have a baby mode.
And I'm pretty sure in Metro you can find at least 2 energy tanks before you fight your first boss, right?
In what?
In Metroid, you find at least 2 energy tanks before you fight your first boss, right?
It depends. Like say Metroid Prime, you fight the Parasite Queen with just nothing. But the Parasite Queen,
It's like a tutorial boss. I don't count that one.
Most tutorial bosses in Metroid, like, aren't that difficult. But yeah, by the time you face like what the game would consider the main proper boss, you have the opportunity to at least have 2 energy tanks. Yeah, don't play Silksong if you didn't play Hollow Knight. I assume that was kind of a given, though.
So that's bad. Honestly, that's a bad thing.
I guess I shouldn't play the new game and support the indie devs. Oh gosh.
I'm enjoying Silksong more than I did Hollow Knight, but you're telling me that I have to play the first one to understand the second one? Like mechanic-wise and gameplay-wise?
I think they're saying it more because like you're more eased into the difficulty or something.
Well,
how many of these locks do I have to open? Okay.
There we go. Took me 3 tries to kill the this boss.
Dread
I don't know her
Speed
name.
Booster? That's level 2? What's the difference between that? What do you mean by Dread Speed Booster? That's level 2.
Wait, Dread has a level 2
I don't know.
speed booster.
No Metroid game has an upgrade to the speed booster. I'll admit that enemies dealing 2 damage at early game was a bit rude. Super Space Beast booster is limited. Yeah, I know. But if you're saying that it's like the one in Dread, then you should say the one like Fusion and Zero Mission, because those had the spark. If it's just the spark ball, then yeah, that's more Fusion. And because when you say Dread, I try to think what new did Dread do with the speed booster? Gosh, really, just screw attack? Okay.
I'm gonna assume that Midnight is further ahead than I am in this game.
Probably.
Because I bought this game yesterday.
That was exclusive to... No, not only the spark ball, but also continues the boosts after landing. That was exclusive to Dread. It depends, because in Zero Mission and in Fusion, you could spark, and then if you hit a slope, continue shine sparking, which is the same way that it worked in Dread. If in Dread you spark and you hit a wall, like a flat wall, you lose your spark.
That's the one Midnight, the one I sent you on Discord.
What a troll. In Dread, after you jump and touch a flat surface that's higher or the same level, it keeps the boost. Yeah, like in the other ones. It works the same way. It's just that Dread is way more forgiving, thus creating the illusion that it's different. But it's the same rules. You stop moving and then you can charge it and stuff. They just allowed you the opportunity to charge the spark in different ways. Like in Fusion, you can still wall jump and keep your momentum and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm saying the same thing. Keep your boost while you're bouncing off walls. It's also the same way it worked in Zero Mission and Fusion. You had to do it in Zero Mission for some of the items. For the 100% at least. I just wish there was a way that I could, like, read what the item does. Because just saying speed booster level 2 tells me nothing. Maybe I'm gonna go down. See if I can go through here. Okay, no wonder I was confused. It looks like the room from upstairs. Shit. There we go. Seriously, how many of these security locks are there in this room? I feel like this is the 4th or 5th one I do this stream. It's making me feel like I'm actually like going in circles. Guess it's not through here. Oh, what the fuck? They want me to charge the speed booster and use it down there, I guess? Great, my biggest fear is Shine Spark puzzles. Sorry if I'm not reading chat. I'm trying to focus on what to do. Every time I end up reading chat, I don't make any progress.
Don't worry.
Shine Spark.
I feel
puzzle
like I
number
somehow
one.
managed to get far fields in Silk. Okay, Silksong, then it might mean I'd be able to beat the first major boss of Hollow Knight. Also, after a certain point in Silksong, you just run faster than Hollow Knight, so
Ah,
the
shit.
speed of the game is also different. Shine Spark puzzles be hated. Also, if it's fine out, that was me yesterday.
Oh.
No present in Zero Mission or Fusion. This is why you can pull such insane things like these YouTube link. This isn't possible in Fusion or Zero Mission, as it lacks those 3 vital new additions to the speed booster.
Mm. Oh, I guess I can't do the ball spark when I'm falling. I was gonna try and fall over here and ball spark, so I guess come to the left, through the left, so I can ball spark my way down. Okay, let's try that. Gosh. No, I didn't. Okay, I guess I gotta figure out how ball spark works, because I did it in the way that the other games you have to jump. This is why I wish they just told me how the new power up I got works, because even Super Metroid told you like press this button. Granted, Shine Spark was more for optional stuff. Can you do this? Trying to see how I trying to learn how I can ball spark in this game. Shit. I hate Super Metroid. I really wish that this Metroid Fusion mod worked. Okay. So it's not with jump like regular Shine Spark? I can't really select it to see how it works. Saying speed booster level 2 isn't as straightforward as like missile. Hmm. I'll just do regular thing. There we go. There. Alright, I did it.
Great success, yes. Very nice. Very nice.
I just stopped trying to force a ball spark in there, and I'm like, alright, I should just go ahead and do it the regular way. Now we can go to the main deck. All right, there we go. Now I can afford. Now I can afford not to just be completely locked in because of my skill issues.
Mm-hmm. You say that, but I don't believe you.
Yeah, I mean, I just where to go now? I wish it was kind of like the Super Metroid. The Super Metroid randomizer, where you could swap the map to see the different areas. Now you're doing absolutely fine, like really good at the moment. Really? Holy crap! Thanks. I always feel like I suck at these. Suck at these nuts. Ah, got myself. Chat, what do you think? Which sector should we go and try and fuck around and find out? Cause I got like speed booster level 2. And I don't know what difference is with the original game because I don't know what is different about it. Because the game won't tell me what's different about it. Sector 3? Okay, yeah, I was kind of thinking Sector 3 because I've only been there, what, once or twice? If it's anything like the original Fusion, it at least asks you to go to each sector at least twice, so.
Red Chat is asking,
Red Chat?
if you have full liberty of a Metroid movie.
I don't know why Red Chat is not showing up on my OBS. I assume there was nobody there.
Oh, then I'll have to like keep more active view on Red Chat for you.
Oh, so yeah, if you're watching this on the Red channel, I'm sorry. So now that I'm ignoring you, is that it? Let me reopen the chat on my OBS and see if it refreshes. That's strange.
Meanwhile, one of your Red Chat chatters asked if you had full liberty of a Metro movie in 2D, which studio will you pick?
None, because I don't want a movie. I want a TV show. With that said,
yep. With that said,
speed booster level 2 allows you to shine spark without losing energy. Okay. Well, I just wish it.
Let's say for the. So let's say for the sake of the argument.
Yeah, I mean, for the sake of argument, if it, I would ask like, that's a tough one.
They said 80s look, Studio Ghibli, Pixar, DreamWorks. I'm like, neither, honestly.
I don't really know what studio to go and grab Metroid for. If it were up for me, I would like get if it's a Western studio, than like the team from Gendy Tarkovsky who did Primal and like, you know, Samurai Jack and all this other stuff.
Yeah, actually.
I was gonna say like the team also made like Cowboy Bebop and stuff like that, but I've heard that Lazarus is not as good, so I don't know. Also continues boost after jumping, shorter charge time and charge time with directional changing, but not necessary for anything on this playthrough. Alright, so I just wish it kind of like, I don't know, told me about it or just added something that felt more tangible of a difference. Because then I feel like I fought a boss and I just got the same power up, but it's 2% better. It also allows you to keep your speed when you land and turn around midair. It's really fun to mess once you get the hang of things. Of it. All right, I'll see if that happens or not. Thanks for letting me know. I just wish that even if it's on the menu, that it would tell me what it does and how to do it. Oh yeah, there's this entire section on Sector 1 that I couldn't go because it's under lava or whatever bullshit. Acid. Alright, I've committed to this, to exploring more of the sector. Save before exploring Sector 1. Oh, okay, I'm already there. I don't know about the Metroid thing. I can't really think of a studio from the top of my head. Like, I'd like to see Trigger, but that's just because I'm a huge fan of how Trigger handles its animations, but I'd be more concerned...
I'll say Studio IG, honestly.
I would be more concerned as about who's writing it. I'm more concerned about the writing than the animation and stuff like that. Because if you don't have a good screenplay, then everything else goes to shit. You know, it's the DNA of any story, of any movie or animation is a screenplay. So. Sakamoto again. I mean, you say that joking, but Sakamoto also did Fusion. And I fucking adore Fusion. Just because he wrote one bad thing and and stuff like that, I don't really think that like should be a reason for him not to have a different go, you know? As long as he's like learned and grown, I'd be happy to see more of what the guy has to offer. I did not know about all this secret thing, and I just found it by complete accident. By the way, did you know he's going to retire? Really? Is he?
I mean, the guy's how old now?
He talked about retirement last year during MU. Oh shit, for real? Can you send me a link? I know he sent. I know about the Emio game. I just, I wasn't so much into the information because like Metroid brain. I'm the one guy who kind of had hoped that he would have made other M2 before retirement. No way. Okay, some of the things this mod asks are a little bit too funny. Oh, mama huevo. Sure, he has chosen a successor for the Famicom Detective Club. For Metroid, it will be Fumi Hayashi, likely. I just wish he was able to do other M2 beforehand. I'm not even gonna lie. It's not a bit or anything.
Okay, interesting. I don't know if I like this level.
I don't like this. This is. It's not a Kaizo mod, they've told me. This is not Kaizo mentality, they said.
This is 100% Kaizo. This is basically knowing the level exactly as it is and moving perfectly at each point.
Like, the original Fusion has a room like this with the space jump, but it certainly isn't as fucky with spikes.
Why is the knockback of the spikes so fucking large?
I don't know, dude. I feel like this mod is great, but I feel it could use a few tweaks. Ugh. Why can't I just jump in there, man? Get in there. There we go. No puede ser.
Don't oh shit, I hate that. That's literally perfect jump timing that you have to do.
This is ass.
Chad, anything that requires perfect timing or perfect command input, it's a Kaizo.
Whoa. It's not so much about the spike room. If there's an upgrade that can destroy it, like in most, like none of the Metroid games you can destroy spikes. So like, my mind is just like I gotta jump around them, and then there's this other fucking Kaizo trap at the end. All right. Sigh. Let's try again. Like, I don't think you can blame the player for, especially if they play like Fusion, I mean Super, that you can destroy them. The spikes, but my biggest complaint is mostly like the this part over here, where like, how do I go forwards? Ah, I gotta turn into a ball and go through this invisible wall that the game doesn't tell me about. Actually, do it twice. Oh, what? Okay, the hitbox on these spikes is so big that, like, it hits me from the other side when I was there with a Morphle. That's funny. Oh, mama huevo. Alright.
Here we go.
Oh, gosh. How was I supposed to get through that? I think I just went back. Words?
Did you?
It feels so. I can just speed boost my way back though.
Can you?
Yeah, shit. Hmm. Okay. Sure, I'll go down here. I don't think I can go anywhere else in that one sector with all the spikes and stuff. Not to mention the vacuum of space I fell into. I really thought for a second that it was gonna be like, ah, here's now like a different section or something, but no, it's just F. Oh gosh. I don't think I'm going the right way. Adam? Are you alright? I can hear her through the walls. In the SAX, I wonder what she looks like under the suit. Don't overthink too much, it's not what you think it is. Who knows? The SAX is very susceptible to movement. You may refrain from running. Good to know. Alright, so Adam is completely useless. Most Metroid
So I'm stupid?
Yeah, so most Metroid fans would say it's part of the course.
Yes, Red Chat, unless Albert asks for it, don't say anything.
Yeah, Red Chat is still not showing up on my end. Let me just open a window. I don't like not being able to see what people are typing. Even though I'm very much like focused on the game and not reading chat in general. It's just that I've had times where I was playing this and a lot of people are just backseat gaming. Like I don't mind a hint or two. You know, I don't mind if people are maybe living a hint if they see me struggle with things for a while. It's just like when they're just telling me what to go and see.
You need to go to Viridian City.
You know, I'm gonna... I was trying to think if maybe I can just space jump while in that vacuum and like stuff. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, I'm sorry, Red Chat, if I wasn't reading the messages. I'm not ignoring you, is that it's not showing up on my... It's not showing up on my end of OBS. I wouldn't be able to know why. So strange. If you use space jump in the void of space, you might find your answers against spikes. I mean, that's what I was thinking when I walked into Sector 6, because I'm like, alright, there's no way that there's a new section over here, and then I just die. You know? And trying to see how I can put it so that... There we go. At least I think in this way I can see both chats. Let's test out, like, that was my train of thought, but, like, I was trying to see if there's something else I could explore before I try to brute force a room, like, before. We fall! Alright, there's a boss. Is it gonna be Meta X Kraid?
Is it gonna be me?
It's gonna be Craig.
Yeah, because it's not real Craig, so it's Craig.
I thought there'd be like a little item over here. Oh well. It's Gab. I'm so glad Kit Me played a lot of Metroid Fusion to just learn how to do that side-to-side thing in the space jump. Arachnus? Oh. I kind of wish it did. Oh, there it is. Never mind.
You're not the kid. Who thought that? I'm trying to think now, like, all the fucking Orpheon-only jokes.
Orpheon memes? That's such a fun thing to think about.
Yeah, Pycon is one. The other one is super missiles.
Oh yeah, the other one's just the missiles from the randomizers.
Yeah.
Now there's Hutatak Knock the Cake and Bumfuck the
Tomboy.
Boss. Yeah, I guess the Tomboy memes.
Emphysema.
Emphysema, oh my gosh. I really thought that the Arachnus was gonna be like, I have to push him into the spikes. Spore Spawn X,
Yeah.
right? Am I even doing
Yeah,
damage
chat,
to it?
if you don't know Emphysema, go back into like the Orpheon streams a little bit.
Is that still there? I assume that clip was just lost to time.
I mean, yeah, that's true. It's a clip. If you go look for the clips on the server, go back into like the very, very start of like that chat, and you will see the Persona 5 stream clips.
In the void, you get to go right first. I really like the sprite. Yeah, I guess it's doing damage because it's different colors now. Oh, but I died. God, I remember that before I became a mod. Was that before we made you a mod? I thought that was after.
No, that was before.
Damn. Alolan Pineco.
What in the Alolan Pinecone is this?
I remember a bunch of us were just sitting in the BC during the final boss screaming for you to use Arsene. Oh, I do remember that.
I remember that.
I do remember that. So young and innocent, I thought that the channel would go far. like I see the spikes in the room, and I thought like, oh, push Arachnus into the spikes. You know? Space Sand slash looking Powerbomb the boss? Why am I using power bombs? Because it's dealing damage. Oh. It worked. It still worked. My power bomb spam still worked. I guess. It worked. Spike breaker. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I dropped the power bomb and I saw it flashing and then it changed colors before I died the first time, so I assumed that was like a way to kill it. It made more sense for me to like be in a morph ball to dodge his attacks than bipedal.
Yep. And that's your answer, Red Chad.
Yeah.
It just makes more sense to do to just power bomb it.
Oh, I just walk in the spikes? Okay. Alright. That seems kind of obtuse that you just walk into the spikes. In my battle, I froze it. Well, in my battle, I power bombed it to oblivion just to teach it a lesson. It still worked. The fact that it worked is way cooler in my opinion, because like not a lot of times can you just use a power bomb to like spam a boss into oblivion, you know? It just made more sense to me, my skill issues. Alright, I mean, how was I supposed to know that you're gonna get an item like this? And that, like, you destroy the spikes by walking into them, no less. There we go. Yeah, I'm not too mad at the fact that, like, it's a thing. It's just, like, I feel like it's a little bit obtuse, given that, like, I just walk into the spikes, and these are, like, hazards in other Metroid games that you can just not destroy. Completely optional boss, by the way. Oh, really? That was an optional boss? Sweet. That's super cool. You could only see the stupid smile on my face. This ability's never needed anywhere. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's kind of sad though. All right. Chat, can you remind me where this section lead to, or is it more Sector 1? Cause like, I don't really remember, and I don't want to just be wasting time, so that we can play more. Did I already tell you that the ending sequence ruins the whole experience? No, and now I'm kind of sad, dreading it. Oh shit, I should have expected that. I went to read the X without Spike Breaker and it was painful. Oh shit. Sector 0, which got jettisoned off. Did I... Was that something I did, or is that something that the story does? Gosh, I really dislike the fact that I have to be, like, moving my head from one side to the other. Just because my red chat ain't loading on the OBS chat. Story and you in the intro. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick, gonna go get my water break. So I'll leave you with the gay for a moment. I already finished my bottle, so I'm just gonna go fill it again.
Oh shit, is it a game stream now?
Yeah, it's a game stream now.
Hello, Chad. It is me. It is a me stream now. Let's talk how much we don't like Metroid. Well, why Albert's here. Let's just really confuse him. Oh, Mewtwo. That's a mistake. I'm never friend. I'm unfriend, not friend. I'm the opposite of friend. His friend, he's... Oh, the nerf. I like that one. I'm the nerf now. This is the adult version of Fusion from G. I wouldn't call it adult version. So, hey, your red camera. Yes, it is me, the gaming driver. And once I do my fucking assets, I'll stream. Oh yeah, so Albert, I'm not friend. I'm the nerf now.
The nerf?
Yeah,
The nerf?
the nerf. I'm the opposite of friend.
You've been nerfed. I've always preferred Mother Sorcery over Barrack Magic. Alright, that's it. Mewtwo's unfriended.
Mewtwo's on probation now? Hell yeah.
He said that just as there's a Kiskadee on my window. This game was so terrifying when I was a kid. But this isn't Fusion, this is X-Fusion. Red Chat is calling you Red Kamen Rider.
I know.
guess it's now time to run around in circles for a bit. What if Gab wasn't actually a driver, but a rider? What if he was masked that well as well?
You understand, Chad? The what you call it?
Oh shit.
English. The roadmap that I had to go for that to get that fucking name.
The SAX already scared me in Fusion when I was a kid. It doesn't scare me now, but X-Fusion's SAX brought that fear back a bit. I can see why. I guess that for me, it hasn't done the same just because, like... Shit. Like... Oh, fuck. It isn't Super Metroid, but it's a Super Metroid ROM hack, so... I labeled it like that just for the Twitch Arena algorithms. There's that right path on the other side over there. I'm gonna try and see if that leads anywhere. Like it's both games? No, like it's a ROM hack of Metroid, Super Metroid that sort of reimagines Metroid Fusion if it were running on if it came out for the Super Nintendo, if you may. It's rather difficult though. So I would only suggest it to those who are very familiar and comfortable with like Super Metroid and stuff. But for me, the SAX is mostly like, it's sort of the same AI. This one is just way more, I use
Aggressive?
Yeah, aggressive. It's using wall hacks, so he knows where you are. Oh, sweet. Wow. That really dropped me far down. So, Chad, do you think we're gonna see Prime 4 stuff on Friday?
What's the direct for Friday?
Just a direct.
Oh, it's just like a normal direct?
So far, as far as I know, it's only been advertised as a regular direct. How many of those small green fur things you saved? The Edakuns, I think only 2 or so yet, so far. It's a normal one for 1 hour, says Midnight. Speaking of Kamen Rider, which riders do you think could survive the Metroid universe, excluding Z.O, Decade, or anyone who's known?
Honestly, the vast majority of them can survive it.
Honestly, the vast majority of them could not survive it.
Really?
Yeah. They're all organic, fleshy humans in the end. A majority of them.
Okay, which ones do you think will survive it?
I guess it really depends on the setting of a Metroid game. Cause like, I can see like a few Kamen Riders maybe completing like the mission in like Metroid Prime and stuff like that. But like the moment you introduce X Parasites, Ing or Phazon, then like the situation gets really fucky.
Let's say Prime 2, let's say Dread. Fusion.
Fusion, none. Because they're all...
None, not even build? because Bill can probably survive it.
How is he gonna survive the X parasite though?
Remember, Genius can modify DNA completely and restore it to normal.
Yeah, but the DNA is it wouldn't work because Sento is dead. Sento gets assimilated, and now the X parasite becomes Genius. Is what I'm trying to tell you. The same thing happened to Samus. The X parasites went through the suit and infected her. Avaria's
What
suit,
about Ebol then?
also dead, organic. unless he drops a black hole that consumes everything, then like no. Like if it's considered.
Oh, I know. Gaim, technically.
Huh?
The guy could technically survive any of them.
I guess, but.
But that was kind of cheating because Gain is just God.
It's also kind of cheating because we're thinking about a Kamen Rider at its full strength, which I think, given the context of the Metroid game, we have to assume that the Kamen Rider starts in their base form. And I feel like the moment like Sento attacks an X and the X flies around, Rabbit Tank is not gonna stop him. How high are the chances of Samus was cloned in some moment? I don't really know how to answer that because Metroid hasn't really delved into like clones and stuff like that. The closest thing we've had is it's mostly like doppelgangers, but that's not like a regular clone. Nintendo confirmed that X can pass gaps as small as paper or mere hairs. Yeah, I mean they went through the suit and they fly through walls, so. Isn't there riders that aren't organic at all?
Ghost. Ghost.
Yeah, I mean, I think Ghost would be the only one who survives because he's a ghost, but the Phazon will still kill him. Because Phazon infected Chozo ghosts.
I'm trying to think. Technically, only Ghost is the only non-organic, inorganic one.
Yeah, that's the main issue. It's like, all right, I could see Sento like dealing with the Metroids and surviving Zero Mission. I could see him and most other writers, for that matter, be able to do like Zero Mission or other more technical missions. But when it's like the cosmic threat, that's when I'm like, all right, I don't think there's Kamen Riders who could stop it in time for them to like have developed the final form. If you're having the writer from the get-go at final form, that maybe, but like I also find that cheating because it's like Samus doesn't start her missions at her final form, you know? Do human gears count as organic? Those are the ones from 0-1, right?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
They're inorganic, yeah.
But those are the villains.
Yeah, I was gonna say those are pretty much the villains only.
Those are the villains, so like the universe is.
You know who can win every single one of them?
Which one?
Gem.
Gem?
Gem is neither inorganic or metallic. He's data.
Yeah, Phazon still kills him.
Can Phazon absorb data?
Yeah. I think so. I would say that, but yes, I would say the Gem is the closest that could probably also just survive all of them because, he's got the multiple life systems. I was leaning more on the fact that you kill Gem once and he respawns, and as far as we've seen, he respawns in his natural regular form. Alright, I'm assuming I have to go to a different sector. Also, check, can you remind me where does this tunnel lead? It doesn't tell me, so... Because it doesn't tell me, I assume it's a place that I haven't, like, fully explored. I'm just trying to avoid running around in circles unnecessarily. Sector 0, so I can't go through there.
Who else could survive against Phazon? Like in general, or Kamen Rider only?
can? Alright. I think it's Sector 0, then 6. Sector 0, which is gone now. Alright, then I'll just leave this and go to Sector 3, because I think I've only been in Sector 3 once. And last time I was there, I do remember a lot of areas that I couldn't go because of the lava, and now I have the gravity suit. Going back at the Kamen... you could, but it will still send you somewhere else. Okay. Kamen Rider only. I don't know. It's like... It's very hard to say, because, like... You know... Different stuff. I want to say that, like... Alright, playing Devil's Advocate. And Sento maybe could have figured out something to destroy the Phazon. The problem is that to destroy the Phazon, we need a Kamen Rider that can, like, travel to Phase and destroy it, you know? Or, if it's in the case of it's a Leviathan Seed, then yeah, maybe I can see a couple of Kamen Riders being able to defeat something like a Metroid Prime. Because if you think about it, in the original Metroid Prime, you only really need the Phazon suit is to walk through Phazons, but most of those are optional and stuff. I guess they would just be fucked at collecting one Chozo artifact, but if they could just walk into the impact crater and, like, Kamen Rider kick the Metroid Prime, then yeah, I can imagine a couple riders who could just go in there and Rider kick them, you know?
What about non-X Parasite or Phazon? Like, how many riders do you think can defeat, like, Mother Brain and Ridley, shit like that?
Like I said, I think most of them could. Because in those cases, it's just a matter of having, like, the strength and wit to outsmart both of them in a combat scenario. In giving the type of villains that some of the riders fight, I wouldn't put it past them to be able to defeat both Ridley and Mother Brain, you know? Like,
I know two who couldn't.
Ghost, because he's a little baby bitch.
And I was gonna say Zets because he only fights in his dreams. By the way, I'm so happy with Zets.
Yeah, I'm happy with Zets as well. Isn't the hazard level and build something related to radiation? They don't really...
Yes, and...
They don't really say it's radiation, they just call it the hazard level. They treat it as its own form of radiation, if you may.
They treat it like a poison that also, like, basically it's like what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
And you can build a natural resistance to it, as we see with characters like Banjo and stuff, but they don't outright say it's radiation, but I guess you could see it as an analogy for radiation. How about Riders versus the Aang? I could see the Riders, like, being able to defeat, like, a boss or a couple of Aang-related things. But I don't know about the Aang Swarm or surviving Dark Aether. That's the thing. You know? Kamen Riders need to breathe, and the air of Dark Aether itself is toxic. I guess they could use their guns to activate the light crystals, but...
Like, that's the main issue. Like, there's no rider that has shown that they don't need to breathe or, like, have natural immunity to the environment.
Gosh. Don't know.
Besides maybe build.
Yeah. Chat, do I need to go through Sector 6 to go to... I think I can just space jump over there now. I have the thing, the block destroyer. Hand-to-hand combat, who wins? Samus, only Zero Suit, or Solid Snake?
Samus.
I want to say Samoza. Just because Snake is sort of like CQC weight-oriented, while Samus's whole shtick is agility, don't get grabbed. So if you can't, like, grab into a CQC, then, like, what? Then no. That's my take.
Like, a lot of Snake is basically grab people by surprise, CQC is a last resort.
It's also the fact that, like, I guess in my case, it's like, you know, the agility. Sam is also like super Chozo strong, you know? Like, you've seen in Zero Mission, and sorry, Other M, how she just grapples enemies using her body weight, so. How much radiation does Phazon have? Enough to nuke Samus while wearing a gravity suit in a matter of seconds. Oh,
True.
fucking... This level design is so confusing. But you know, at least I can like, at least you guys are supplying with things to talk about. Samus won't go non-lethal too, then like, yeah, definitely.
You know, what other video game character do you think it will survive Phazon?
Phazon?
Yeah, or the X-Parasite, actually.
Again,
Actually, let's go one by one. Let's go X-Parasite.
X-Parasite? That's really... Any, like... Android 16.
Android 16.
Android 16 would be the only other thing that could save us.
What about Sonic? Do you think Sonic will survive the
No.
The fastest thing alive?
The fastest thing alive is not fast enough. Because he has to stop at some point. The only way he would survive is if he's perpetually running. Wait, what? Wait, about Dark Aether, are the riders who have light powers? Agito and one of them, and could that make them be able to survive Dark Aether for a bit? I want to say so because of, like, the way the light in those series is portrayed and used. So maybe, like, Agito. But the bigger question would be, like, how much, for how long could he sustain that?
Maybe Mighty Kuga, if anything.
Mighty Cougar, yeah. But the show was Sonic X. Yeah, exactly. Sonic has already been consumed by the X-Parasites. Oh, no, nah. Oh, hey. All of that for nothing. Oof. Swear in Spanish? Puta. Mierda. No joda. Vergación.
Huevo.
Mamá huevo. It's not that... I'm not that well versed on Metroid lore, so just to make sure, are X-Parasites able to infect metallic things like robots and such? No. If they are able to infect and assimilate things that are organic, that they have some form of DNA and stuff. But if it's fully machined, then no. In Metroid Fusion, the reason the X-Parasites are able to infect robots like Box is because there's like a central unit that is like a robot. Because the problem with it is like the robot would be in a perpetual stalemate with the X-Parasite though, you know? You destroy the host, but you don't destroy the X-Parasite because you don't have the Metroid powers to do so. Alright, so Chad, I just want to confirm, the only way I can get to Sector 3 is through 5 and 2 then? I just don't want to waste more of my time. In, like, bombing and... Does YouTube detect Spanish cursing words? I don't know, I'm putting it to the test. I might as well screw around and find out. I also don't know, I don't know if it works on streams, though. even then, I put that my content is not made for kids, because, like...
Sadly, it doesn't matter much nowadays.
Yep, go to main deck. Reactor silo. Gosh, so yeah, so this is just a dead end. Well, that sucks, because... Not so much because I have to go all the way back, but more so because, like, that means less time for me to actually stream the game. Reactor silo. Alright, so I guess I was kind of in the right path. I remember when the Orphan was a Christian-friendly channel. It still is in the main videos. Like, I don't like swearing in my main videos. Because, like, on my streams, I don't mind it so much because, like, there's only 50 or 20 of you. I'm not saying to undermine it. I never really expected to get more than 3 people to tune in on my stream who weren't, like, my friends, offering their moral support, but, yeah. And the videos is much different. Also because I don't want YouTube to take away the $4 I make out of the videos, you know? I tried to support at least 3 and 14 people. No, you're one of those guys, Mewtwo. You don't count because you're friend. You're part of friend group. I meant, like, when I should have specified, but I meant, like, randos who don't, like, necessarily hang out on the Discord often and stuff like that. I also don't think that Snake could wipe the floor with Samus, chat member. Zero Suit Samus was able to wipe the floor with the Space Pirates. And she only had a paralyzer gun. What makes you think that Snake can catch up? You know? I don't see Samosa losing to any human. Yeah, I don't see intergalactic bounty hunter Samosa Irin, who's got Chozo DNA, Metroid DNA, and was like Snake received training from Earth's greatest soldier. Samosa received training from the universe's most dominant species of warrior tribe. I don't think that just because Snake might be heavier that he can put up like an instant win, is what I'm saying. Oh, the power up also works on the spikes in this sector. Nintendo today recently confirmed that Samus's chosen DNA affects her human body with super strength. Not only super strength, but also stamina and agility.
Also, I'm pretty sure Samus is at least 100 times smarter than Snake.
Javier, if you're gonna be that sassy with me, please just no. I am reading comments. I don't know why you have to be so rude, man. I'm just...
But also, Snake genetically has superhuman, but he cannot punch a fucking what's it called? Metal Gear.
Snake was made
Samus
to fight...
can punch a metallic space pterodactyl.
The thing is that Snake's thing was more for like fighting like things and stuff of Earth. Meanwhile, like Samosa was just like trained by the Chozos, by Mockings. Like it's not, yeah, it's not, Snake doesn't have Armstrong's nanomachines. If he had Armstrong's nanomachines or Raiden's, like, cybernetic enhancements, then yeah, sure, we can say something, but the Chozo DNA made Samus more than just superhuman, you know? Snake is more like a Steve Rogers type of guy. Samus is more like a fucking a soldier that's meant to infiltrate a planet and destroy or conquer worlds like a Mockin. Even with her zero suit, she sneaked around all of Chosodia in the space pirate mothership, dealing with space pirates, and then fought against the Choso ghost of that's the Choso god of war, and proved herself worthy while in the zero suit. Meanwhile, Snake...
And you forget, Samus's suit is basically a nuclear weapon.
So it's like, you know, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter for people to just be rude against each other in the voice chat. Could Senator Armstrong survive the Metroid universe? No, the X-Parasites would still eat him.
I don't think anything on Metal Gear can do anything on Metroid.
Javier, I love Metal Gear. I don't know what you're talking about. But I digress.
Yeah, I mean...
If you're gonna... I'm not... Alright. You're just making assumptions, man.
Yep.
I love Kojumbo. I've talked about this.
Albert and I are old enough to be there for the first Metal Gear 2 release.
I've hidden Metal Gear references in my videos for a reason. I know, I'm saying about Zero Suit Samus, my guy. The DNA thing in the training was made for so she can still fight and survive without the power suit. Samus' strength isn't just the fact that she's got weapons. The same comment about us being Metroid fanboys can be applied to you, so that's why I'm like, I don't know why you're gonna be so rude about it, man. I don't like calling people out on stream and stuff like that, but like, it's not the first time, guy. So Sento can manage against Phazon? Maybe.
Depends.
It depends.
He's like, if we consider that he's like on genius right off the bat, probably.
All right. Oh gosh. Hold on. Computer had a hiccup. Anyway, Senator Armstrong versus Ravenbeak. Who would win? Is it Ravenbeak with his armor, or is it just like Zero Suit Ravenbeak? I don't like these type of... It started funny, but then people start taking this way too seriously. It's just that, like, when you look at Metroid, the Metroid lore, the Samus's DNA merge was to give her the abilities to survive Sebes. But at the same time, because it's Chozo DNA, it just enhanced her natural abilities. Even without them, you should be able to guess that Samus is resilient enough to survive the DNA merge entirely, which Mother Brain in the manga had sort of suggested against, because they weren't sure if she would be survive. Zero Suit Ravenbeak? I mean, he's got a Varia suit, so I assume that it works the same way. But we're talking about, like, the better question would be, can the Senator Armstrong survive just the Hyper Beam? Because, like, in Dread, we see the Hyper Beam just melting even the X-Parasite itself.
You know, but can Goku win against a parasite?
Can Goku win? You look super strong.
100% no. I can't see the way you look super strong gets possessed. That's funny. Like, honestly, at this point, because did they explain how Samus survived the X-Parasite?
The fact that she wasn't immediately consumed could be seen as it's not really explained. Why the X didn't consume her as immediate as it tends to do with other things. But the main thing that makes her survive is that they inject her with a Metroid DNA, and that it didn't outright kill her. The injection of the Metroid DNA, like it was a Hail Mary attempt. They weren't sure if it even was plausible type of event. So, then in Dread they build robots to destroy the X parasites because of, again, it's mechanical things.
Yeah, because the Emmys were designed for that, right?
Yeah. They were specifically designed to use the information gathered to find a deterrent or a way to contain the X parasites should they show up in another universe.
Like I didn't play Fusion, but I played Dread, and the way like I'm thinking about it, if I just do like a guesstimate, basically the X parasite couldn't handle the different types of DNA in Samus' system, and that's why what made her survive for longer and assimilate.
You know what? That actually could kind of be plausible because Samus's, I guess, DNA structure is just a little bit more complex. The game doesn't really explain much.
When did she get the Metroid DNA, actually?
In the
Was it before Fusion?
After she gets infected by the X parasite of the intro of Fusion. But
Okay,
before that,
so,
she still had Chozo DNA.
Yeah, so basically Chozo DNA made it like survive, but the Metroid DNA is what made her assimilate.
Yeah. The Metroid DNA is what allows her to like absorb the X parasites and heal off them and what have you. Okay, another reserve tank. Sweet. I'm trying to look for a save room so I can go have lunch. But I'll be here tomorrow anyways.
Albert.
Yeah.
You know how we don't get anything Metabots, right?
Yeah.
And you know how Japan keeps getting Metabot stuff?
Yeah.
And you know how Bandai Namco loves Metabots enough to keep doing collaborations?
Yeah.
There's a Belsamon Metabot.
A Belsamon Metabot?
Yeah, a Dukemon and Billsmon Metabot.
Oh, fuck, man. You look so cool.
You know, right?
Oh, shit.
This is why I'm mad.
This is why I'm so mad. Oh my gosh. By the way, yesterday, I forgot to say, yesterday was Kuba Ushi's birthday, the guy who draws the chibis of the channel and stuff like that.
I'll tell him happy birthday on my part because
Yeah,
the
I
motherfucker never answers me.
I mean, the motherfucker rarely answers in general, but I will tell him. I thought chat might like to know, given that, you know, his art is the one we use for the videos and stuff. I'll show it in a bit. There's a Metabots and Digimon collaboration, and they made one of my favorite Digimons as a Metabot. I'm playing the GBA Metabots Metabee version mod on my new 3DS. Oh, that's cool. I never played those. Oh, look, a save room. Is that mini box? Yeah, we had mini crate. Now we have mini box.
Oh,
We don't know.
Albert.
Took multiple Thoha scientists multiple years to engineer a single Metroid. Yeah, true. And even then, we could say that the experiment was somewhat of a failure, given that they mutated and stuff. Yes, Gabe?
Look at what I sent you. It's not only those two.
Oh no. Oh my gosh, Omnimon?
Magnamon, Omnimon,
my
Machindramon, and fucking Apocalimon.
Ah, my gosh, it's the Golden Vmon. What's XVmon, whatever his name
Yeah,
was.
Magnamon.
I'm so bad with the names.
And I love it, they just make like unique names for the Metabots. It's Magnanite, Imperia Drago. Oh no, my wallet.
What, it's a gacha game?
There's figures. There's
Oh.
figures.
Oh boy.
There's model kits.
By the way, have you ever sent Gab the Pokemon researcher that sounds like him? No? What Pokemon researcher
What?
that sounds like him? The one you sent me long ago. You might have to resend it if that's the case. But save it for tomorrow if you can be on the stream.
There's an Evangelion collab.
Oh my gosh.
We're missing out. We're missing out.
Dude sounds like Gav so much I actually thought it was him, says Mewtwo. I thought it was Ridley.
Who's Ridley?
I'm Ridley.
You're Ridley?
I didn't know the BSL station managed to bring Metroids from using the baby Metroid DNA. Is it confirmed that it was using the baby Metroid's DNA? I thought there were just like other Metroids they had uncovered from that one time exploring SR38. Yeah, I know that Samus receives the baby Metroid's DNA as an implant, but the one on the BSL, some of the ones in the BSL station seem farther. This is very
Wait, they
silly.
use the baby?
Oh, it's not moving. It's very silly. Well, I just hope there's a save room near this elevator. I guess that makes sense. Oh, well, you guys are tapping in chat. Oh. Well, I'll try this Neo Ridley once, and then I'll have to go have lunch because I'm very hungry. I should have just stopped. But the curiosity got the better of me. Goodbye, my ears, says Spawn.
Oh,
What?
I guess the red chat can now do reactions and timestamps on your live stream.
About what?
Yeah. Remember timestamps is like so people can go to a specific time on this on a video.
Uh-huh.
Apparently that's allowed on live stream. You just have to enable it.
Oh.
All right. I guess I'll enable it.
Screw attack. At least they're not making me just space jump all the way back up.
First try.
First try, nice job. Now don't die before we reach the save room. The Lally Lule low.
How about Lally Lule no? I remember the fucking like what was it? The whole stay at home because of COVID video of Metal Gear.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah, when it was the voice actors for Snake and Otacon, I think,
Yep.
and the Colonel. Lally Lule,
I think it's a
no,
Lally Lule
Snake,
low.
stay inside.
Honestly, to me, that's like one of my funniest,
Yeah.
like the funniest thing. Voice actors can just have fun with the characters they voice.
Alright. Well, I said that this is where I'm going to call it a stream. And that's the case. Well, if I sounded a little bit heated during the stream, I apologize. But it was totally fine. I think we were just being silly. But anyways, this game also sort of like grinds my gears and I was getting angry. Wait, there's a Mega Man EXE meta bot? Fuck you, Gabe.
Yeah, and there's a Evangelion one. The Mega Man EXE is Mega Man and Roll. The Roll one is adorable. Can I find her? Yes, I can.
All right. But yeah, this is where I'm gonna call it a stream for the time being. Just because I'm gonna go ahead and have lunch, but I'll be back here tomorrow. To stream either more of this so we can get close to finishing it, and then if there's anything worth doing 100% for, then maybe consider doing it. Or if not, just Pokemon stream. I hope you guys have fun, and I really appreciate it when you guys come over and we are having these silly conversations, because like I don't know, I really find it fun. When I started the channel, it was mostly to get to meet other Metroid fans or offer some silly content and find other people who enjoy the same hobby. So it's always reassuring and humbling that I get the chance to entertain you guys for how silly the conversations may be or how silly the games are. So I just wanted to take the moment to just appreciate all you guys for your support. Yesterday, recorded 2 new videos. One of them is the Code Bunny review, and the other one is just a YouTube Shorts. But like I said, I'm also putting them all together into like a long compilation videos of secrets, Easter eggs, exploits, and stuff like that. So that it's something simple, while I try and find the time to write more about that Metroid Prime lore video, because I would like to make it more dedicated and a little bit more visually engaging and stuff like that. So I'm just taking my time with that because it's like a big project and it's a game that really means a lot to me. But yeah, with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I'll be here tomorrow around the same time to stream in case you're curious. And with all that said, thank you so much. Have a nice day or night, and I'll see you guys next time.